Welcome to dyslexiawarethinking.co.uk lecture and presentation on dyslexia types by me, Steve Milner. With this quick presentation and lecture, I'm going to highlight the problems dyslexics have. So looking at the negatives. These are the points of what the disability is, but there are solutions out there which will help the dyslexic not have these as a disability, so they can actually be able to work and study. Okay, the types of dyslexia we have. But dyslexia is many different issues. A student with dyslexia won't just have all of these. He will have each or some of these at different levels, some strong, some weak, some not as strong. So we all know dyslexics have problems of reading, writing, maths. Also speaking. That's an interesting one, because speaking is a big part of communication in everyday life. I'm going to go through each one, a quick description, and maybe some advice on how to solve it. Now, dyslexia in reading is caused in a number of ways. One, slow reading can be brought on by eye stress, eye fatigue within the cone cells. Basically, when you read, messages go to your eyes, messages then from the eyes to the brain. If the eyes are within the cone cells within the eyes are stressed, they can reduce sending messages to the brain, so lower reading ability. So slow reading, difficulty reading words. With this eye stress, dyslexics often say they see words moving around the page, or the words are vibrating. Rivers are flowing through the page. You might see a dyslexic with a book where they're moving it up and down because the words are moving, and therefore they're trying to bring it into focus. Normal reading glasses will help if there is short-sightedness or long-sighted. But what actually helps is a special coloured lens, which is individual to the dyslexic. You can get these lenses, which do cost. If you speak to your optician, they'll recommend a specific optician who can help you with this. Okay, writing. Difficulty of spelling, difficulty of grammar. Sentences don't make sense. Now, it's important for the dyslexic not to rush their work. It's important that they are taught study skills. When they're taught study skills, they'll be taught how to put together a report or note-taking. This will help them with a lot of ease. Okay, maths. I'm terrible at maths. I can do it, but I never had the right teaching in some ways for it to help me with my dyslexia. Dyslexics have difficulty in maths with the numbers. They may see 3, 6, 6, but it might turn out when they actually say it out loud, it might be 3, 6, 3. It's just they see this. The image in their head, and the image is distorted because the numbers are difficult to interpret. And they have difficulty with equations. I know that the way I looked at it was I had a specific notebook which said how to do an equation, rather than having all my schoolwork in one note. I developed a separate notebook for how to, rather than mixing it with my revision, all my notes in my classwork book. Speaking. Now this is not often mentioned, but dyslexics often have difficulty speaking. Yes, they do it all day long. I'm not saying that they can't. What I'm saying is there may be some errors within their speech. For example, difficulty in describing something. This is because the dyslexic is trying to describe a picture in their mind. They may use the wrong words. The words might not be the exact word they need, but it still describes what they're saying. Maybe their vocab is at a low level. To increase vocab, a good way of doing this is with reading. The more you read, the more you actually build your vocab. Reading a newspaper is very good for vocab because you'll see a lot of different words. It's with reading a newspaper, I wouldn't say read the Times, I'd say maybe be in the UK, the Daily Mail or the Sun. I used to as a child, and it helped me improve my vocab and also my intelligence and ability to know what's going on in the world. Now, these are just a quick presentation to outline dyslexia difficulties and dyslexic types. Reading, writing, maths and speaking. There is also one I have missed and I apologise, listening. Dyslexics often have difficulty, not the listening itself, but the ability to recall information from what they've heard, like facts or instructions. It's a big problem with me, but I find just having a notepad and when someone gives me an instruction I jot down. I might walk down the stairs and I completely forget what I've heard. So it's short-term memory problems with dyslexics. This is also a problem when they read. They're concentrating on the words they're reading rather than what they're trying to read, the information they're getting. So therefore, the short-term memory loses what they're reading. Therefore, they forget what they're reading. So have to read the page twice or overlook it again. Now, I hope you find this quick presentation and lecture interesting. If you have any questions or responses, please do email me at stephen@dyslexiawayofthinking.co.uk. You can also find me at my dyslexia Facebook group, What Dyslexia. You can find loads and loads of information on dyslexia and support on my dyslexia blog, dyslexiawayofthinking.co.uk. There's going to be many, many more videos like this, so please do keep coming back to Facebook. I recommend you subscribe to my channel and I'll keep on sending you my videos. Thanks for listening and watching my presentation. Have a good day. Bye-bye.